Hey everyone, welcome to Study Hub. Today we will be learning about the coordinate plane. Over here you can see the coordinate plane. It consists of the x-axis and the y-axis. The x-axis is horizontal whereas the y-axis is vertical. And over here you can see a red dot. It can be represented in the form x comma y. The x value is 1 and the y value is also 1 in this case. And both the values are positive. But the values can also be different. It can be plus, comma, minus, can be minus, comma, minus, can be minus, comma, plus as well. Now, let's look at different lines on the coordinate plane. Over here, L1 is sloped towards the right and it has a positive slope. A slope represents the steepness of a line. And now, let's look at L2. It is sloped towards the left, which means that its slope is negative. And finally, L3 is horizontal and its slope is 0. The slope can be calculated using the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The change in y is known as rise, whereas the change in x is known as run. And y2, y1, x2 and x1 are nothing but the coordinates of 2 points on a single line. Now, if the two lines are perpendicular, their slopes are equal to minus 1. And if the lines are parallel, they have the same slope and also they don't have any solutions. Now, a line can be represented in different forms, and one of those forms is the slope-intercept form and is one of the most famous ones. Y is equal to mx plus c. M is nothing but the slope and c is the y-intercept. Y-intercept is nothing but where the line touches the y-axis, and x-intercept is where the line touches the x-axis. Another form is the standard form, which is ax plus by is equal to c. You can find the slope by substituting the formula, and you get it as minus a by b, and the y-intercept is equal to c by b. Finally, you calculate the length using the formula square root of x2 minus x1 to the whole square plus y2 minus y1 to the whole square. This is nothing but the Pythagoras theorem, which is c is equal to square root of a square plus b square. Just that over here you have x2 minus x1, which are the coordinates of a point, and y2 minus y1, which are again the coordinates of a point. And if you want to find the midpoint, it's nothing but x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, y2 plus y1 divided by 2. That gives you the coordinates of the midpoint. Now here's the first question. What is the x-intercept of the graph shown? Please pause the video and solve it. Okay, so the answer is D, because this parabola touches the x-axis at number 4. And the one that correctly represents the coordinates is D, which is 4, 0. Here's the next question. The y-intercept of the graph of 12x plus 2y is equal to 18 in the xy plane is 0, 0, 0, y. What is the value of y? Please pause the video and solve the question. Here's the answer. We need to find the y value of the y-intercept of the given equation. So we can plug 0 in for x in the given equation and isolate y. And how do you do this? So 12x plus 2y is equal to 18. So 12 times 0 plus 2y is equal to 18. And finally, y is equal to 9. And the final question. The graph shows the height above ground in meters of a ball x seconds after the ball was launched upward from a platform. Which statement is the best interpretation of the mark point 1.0, 4.8 in this context? Please pause the video and solve the question. Here are the options as well. Okay, so now let's look at option number A. 1 second after being launched, the ball's height above ground is 4.8 meters. So this is correct. Let's keep it for a while. And before you answer this sort of questions, make sure that you observe the graph critically And over here you can see that the x-axis represents the time and the y-axis represents the height above ground in meters. In option B, C and D are wrong since all the three of them represent are associating the values 1.0 and 4.8 to different things, that is meters and seconds, and meaning they're interchanging the values or both the values are in meters, which is wrong. So finally, thank you everyone, and I would like to let you all know that all images have been taken for educational purposes only.